Hello. Hello, YouTube. Oh. Hi. See this wire hanging? I'll just shove it. I mean, it's not much point in moving a little wire when there's so much mess in this area anyway. But anyway. Oh, it's really messy down here. Let me just show you how messy that is. Yes. So hi. I had to rush again today. I went swimming. And so yeah, I'm a few minutes late because of that. But I am here at 8:04. So not bad considering. Not bad. So hi, welcome to the stream. Even the ceiling has stuff on. I can see that tape Joshua's put on the ceiling. Oh. So I'll just take a minute to calm the nervous system down. Let the sweat dry a little. I had to cook dinner so quick. I'm a little sweaty. So hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I do this stream every Thursday evening at 6 o'clock PM. That's UK time. And I stream through YouTube, and you can ask questions either in the live chat, which I'll put on shortly, or you can call me through Skype. And my Skype address is Rebekah Maroon. So you can call me to ask any questions through Skype. Let's raise my sleeves to cool the skin and to indicate I mean business. So what is this instantaneous freedom is this evening's title. Non-duality, instantaneous freedom. So what non-duality is about is instantaneous freedom. Surprise, surprise. Non-duality is about instantaneous freedom. It made me cough. Instantaneous freedom. And that is the beauty of waking up. That is the beauty of this message, of this description. That it's talking about instantaneous freedom. Freedom that is looked for, but it's looked for in a story, it's looked for in a journey, it's looked for in time. And that's what's being pointed out in this. The difficulty of the person, the identified human, identified with being a person, being someone in time, being on a journey in time, looking for something that doesn't live in time, doesn't live in its ideas, in its learnt knowledge, in its movements, in its thoughts, in its feelings, in its understanding, in its hopes, in its dreams, in its regrets. Doesn't live in that. And so it can never be found by that seeker, by that person in time. That's not a depressing thing to point out. It's only depressing to the mind, to the person with all this hope in this future attainment. But actually, it's not depressing, because what's being pointed to is this instantaneous freedom that doesn't require time, doesn't require steps to, doesn't require a journey. It's right here. It's this emptiness. It's this not a thingness, which is shining. It is bright. It is free. It's illuminating everything. It is everything. And so this is quite a big thing to point out or talk about. It's such a big thing to stumble across this. To stumble across the end of you, the end of the journey, the end of the story of you getting somewhere. This belief in time, this belief in stories, in thoughts. It's such a radical waking up, a radical beacon. I'm thinking of Batman and its beacon shining like a radical beacon. I can smell food. I'm trying to push the smells away, push the hunger pangs away. So this is not something that a person wants to have, doesn't want to have this. What it wants is to make its story better. Wants to improve its story, and that's so okay. That's so okay. But that's not what freedom is. That's not where freedom is. In improving a story, improving a condition, getting more, getting better. That's a movement to pleasure. So this is a radical waking up being spoken about. The end. The end of seeking. The end of looking for something to complete you, to make you feel as if you're home, as if you're okay. When you as a person can't be okay, what is okay is this simplicity of life happening. This is okay. This is ease. This is peace. This is freedom. This is joy. But it's not bound into a story. It's not bound into someone. It's just freedom. It's just this peace, this endless peace, this endless silence, this deep, deep joy that isn't dependent upon anything or anyone or any experience. It just is. Experience happens in this as part of this expression. So this call, this longing to go home, this longing to go home, it's a beautiful call, a beautiful longing, a beautiful movement. Like there's nowhere else to head to, like there's nowhere else to move towards. This natural flow, this natural movement. Only the mind is fighting against the stream. But there's something else beyond the mind. Something else beyond thoughts and thinking. But it's not something. It's not a form. It's not an object. It has no qualities. It doesn't look like anything. It doesn't feel like anything. And this is why the mind can't get hold of it. Because it isn't a thing. This isn't a thing. And yet here, this is seeming things, seeming happenings. Things seem to appear. There seems to be division, there seems to be limitation. But that limitation can only appear in perception. They only appear in our ideas and language. What is here that doesn't require language? What is here prior to language? What is here regardless of whether language is spoken or not? The dogs can be barking, the kids can be screaming, the cars can be honking, eyes can be crying, and yet there's still this stillness, this emptiness that isn't honking, isn't crying, isn't barking. Just this stillness, this emptiness. This longing to come home is no one's longing. It doesn't belong to anyone. Just like these words coming out, just like this arm moving, these eyes blinking. None of this belongs to anyone. None of this is happening to anyone or for anyone. Who would it be happening to? Who would it be happening for? Who? 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 And that question, who, is an ancient, I guess, ancient question, a common question. But it's not a question that you can give an answer to. It's spoken because normally when the humans identify with being someone, there's this assumption that there is someone, that there is a person, this sense of I, this sense of me, this sense of center position in the body, I, me, limitation, boundary. And so to question that, to pick that apart, is what is spoken, this picking, this unraveling of that assumption, this energetic assumption that there is someone here, that this is happening and belonging to someone. Someone's here looking and living and moving. Who, who, who is this someone? Who is this person? Let's really see who this person is. This is a radical undoing of emptiness, like a undoing, like like a undoing of something, like you're undoing a present at Christmas or something. Pulling the the band thing off. You're pulling that off, and you're ripping it open. Ripping it open in excitement and seriousness, and there's nothing inside. There's nothing there. Merry Christmas. Oh. But it's still that act of ripping and opening that. Wow, what a beautiful act, what a beautiful undoing. The release of those chains, the chains of me, the chains of I am real, I am someone, the prison of being contained into a story, into a movement, into a form. Such suffering for that emptiness, for that nothingness. And it's undoing itself, undressing itself. Surprise! It's me! Okay, so let us. Oh, my phone. Okay, let us undo. I'll just put the chat on, so you can. Here. Okay, and I'll go on Skype. Oh, miss call. Where's Skype? Oh, I'm already active. That's from last week, probably. I forget to turn it off sometimes. Okay. So I'm now online. Feel free to message or call. Put my phone here. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Rebekah. So happy to see you again tonight. Oh, happy to see you too, Adrian. Oh, there's more. I didn't know there was more. It's been 6 years now since I've heard the non-duality message. However, I am still struggling daily with anxiety. Not always, but anxiety and restlessness and overthinking still arise every day. I want to be free, but my brain won't let me. It's like most of the time I forget that I'm already free. How is this going to end? I know this is a desperate question, but I just want to hear an answer from you. Thank you. Oh, hi, Adrian. Nice to hear from you. Do you know what your anxiety is about? Like, do you know what the stories around the anxiety are? What the fear is? Because I would look at that first of all. Like, what is the anxiety? Like, what's happening in the anxiety? What is the fear around? Because it's not really about getting away from things. It's about really going deeper into everything that appears, like going so deeply into everything, like standing still, not running off, but standing still. Like, in one way, having a curious mind about it. Like, what is it? What's it saying? But also just feeling it as well, allowing it to be there, acknowledging it. So anxiety comes here sometimes. I have anxiety, and I can only, the way that I interpret it here, it's around this fear about being attacked, being attacked by others, attacking me, like being afraid to be be authentically as I am, in fear of being attacked. Um, and I don't see any way out of that. Like, it's like there's no way out of that. Like, you have to let that attack happen. You have to be there fully with that feeling of anxiety and fear ultimately fear, and let it eat you, let it eat you up. You'd be running away forever otherwise. And it's not so bad, actually. I mean, it's bad, but it's not so bad as well. Like, when you really allow it to come up and come out, and maybe you express the stories, maybe you say all the things that you feel, just allow it all to come up, like sick it all up. I'm afraid they're going to hurt me, they're going to hurt me, they're going to kill me. And it turns into beauty in the end. It turns into such love in the end, because nothing can actually hurt you. It's not true. It's not true. We imagine, when we get into this subject, we imagine something else. We imagine some blissful, free of emotion, free from all these things, conditionings and traumas, and we want to escape all of it, but it's funnily not that. It's really I mean, in a way you do escape it because none of it is actually real. It's like an energy, a pattern. But when you believe it's real and then you are real, it's happening to you, this is when this is running from it, and you exasperate it. Is that the word? So it's really this coming to this stopping, this stillness, this discovery of this stillness, this movement back to what you already are. And you can't do that. The mind can't do that. The mind is in time. The mind's moving. So I'm saying moving back, but I don't mean you can actually you can't actually do that because there's no one to do that. But it's a moving back, like or you could say a stopping of this running away, this seeker, this avoider. As that disintegrates, there is just this stillness, there is just this presence. And it's just here, instantaneously. It's just here. You don't need to move back to it, it's here. But you aren't that movement, you aren't that time-bound identity. Yeah, so just be really truthful about what's happening. Be really truthful about what's coming up. Yeah, the mind forgets it's already free because the mind is in time. And this freedom isn't bound to the mind or bound to thinking. So thinking can't really wake up. Thinking's thinking. Here, this. Let anxiety come. Let fear come. Let pain come. Let joy come. Let sadness come. Let anger come. None of it matters. None of it's heading anywhere. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you for that question. So funny, these enlightenment ideas. So funny. So funny. Wow, it's incredible you said that, because my anxiety is also mainly the fear of being attacked. It's based on past traumas. Yeah. In the end, it's a primal fear of the external world. I'll have to listen to what you said a second time, because that's very deep. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, I can pinpoint traumas that there was being attacked happening, so I can attribute that feeling that comes up to that. But actually, I also see it as like as more than just that as well. The stories that I have around it, like it's just so beyond our comprehension. It's so limited. So like, even looking at like humanity stories, look at history, like there's so much like cruelty and harshness and violence, and it's so incredibly violent, the human history. Not all of it. It's been wonderful civilizations have risen as well, and declined and all that. But yeah, so you can see, of course, there's all these like traumas and these fears and all these different things that passed on genetically and passed on through the conditioning of society as it changes and stuff. So, but yeah, it's great to like pinpoint in your own story like what things could have like how it's come out in this life, you could say, how it's manifested in this lifetime. So beautiful. So beautiful. Like this contracting, and then this like, is it safe to come out? Is it safe to like, is it safe to open up? Is it safe to not be contained? Is it safe to expand beyond? Is it safe to be open? And then obviously living life, you have to have some level of a boundary and some level of, particularly with humans, you have to communicate and have a boundary. You really do. You can't be fully open like that with humans. But the openness is what you are. That's what you are, this openness. It's so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Adrian. That was lovely. Any more questions before I go and eat? Slow mode is on. Slow mode. Slow mode. Okay, so that's it for this week. Yeah. I thought I would do a bit more now the kids are at school, but I've not really done anything. I thought about doing another stream in the week, in the afternoon or something. I could do a Zoom or something. The idea came, but then I've not acted upon it. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. It's so beautiful to share this subject. So beautiful to be open and vulnerable and naked. Okay, so have a good week, and I shall see. It's half term, but I can still do the stream. I think, yeah, it's still the same. But yeah, happy half term. Okay, have a good week. Lots of love. Bye. Bye. Bye.